Thomas Massie lost last night, and I think we could all see what was going to happen before time. We knew the reaction, what it was going to be. The internet was going to go wild. But the people on the internet, do they speak for the majority of voters? And that people are saying already it's a rigged system. He had no chance. Israel, the lobby for Israel put the other guy. I don't even know his name. I don't even know who won. I don't know who the other guy was who won in Kentucky against Thomas Massie. I don't really care. I'm not following it too closely. I know a lot of people are, but I suspected Thomas Massie was going to lose because what he's representing is just the podcaster internet frenzy that is happening. That and it goes back to Israel. It's all because I'm not going to hide behind this thing that's not what people are obsessed over. The people that are on the right, the podcasters, the influencers, they're shifting towards against being with Israel. And and I'm not saying we should be with Israel. I'm not saying that that's all we should be, but it's that's become their identity. That's what they're seeing everything through. But Thomas Massie came out yesterday in his concession speech. Actually, you got to check out what he said. I'll read it for you. I would have come out sooner, but I had to call my opponent to concede, and it took a while to find him in Tel Aviv.
Listen, I would have come out sooner, but I had to call my opponent and concede, and it took a while to find Ed Galrein in Tel Aviv.
I guess that's the guy's name, Ed Galrein. I don't know. But I honestly, I wanted the other guy to win. I wasn't for Thomas Massie because all he is standing for is opposition to Israel, and that's their worldview, and that's what they're seeing everything through. But the power on the right still is through Donald Trump. He's the one who's leading the Republican Party. He's the one who has the majority of the power. And he's the one who came out on X yesterday and posted after he hadn't posted forever. And he said, Thomas Massie put out a false, of me endorsing him, and take it down immediately, because Thomas Massie probably pulled something that was an endorsement from Trump long, long ages ago. But this is what people are diving into. It's I'm okay with you. All right, you don't want to support Israel. You don't want to be with Israel. That's all. Okay, but you're moving towards the left. The Democrats they're chomping at the bits. They're happy as hell to get you over to them. That's what that. But once you get there, what are you going to do? Are you going to form a new party? Are you going to become try to reform the Democrat side? Because all it is, it's about burning down the GOP, the Republicans. It's where do we go from there? It's just within a year. This is crazy conspiracy. But it's the Democrats, did they do this? Are they the ones underneath the surface that are launching this? Get all these prominent influencers to just get everyone's opinion, at least on X and on the platforms, to oppose Trump, and because the idea is because Israel's controlling you? That's what they're seeing everything through. It's crazy. You can try to peel back the layers, but that's what it is. It's all they're seeing. Tim Dillon on Piers Morgan's show yesterday, he had some. I go to Tim Dillon, and I like what he brings to the table. He's a very good indicator of where people are really feeling and what he says. And he doesn't dive in too much to the Israel thing, but he calls a spade a spade.
This turn to Iran, to interventionism, to me feels like the biggest betrayal of a political movement I've ever seen in my life.
And it's really interesting to me how it split the conservative right pretty well down the middle.
Yeah.
Where you now have people lining up, whacking each other in a way that, again, would have seemed unthinkable a few years ago. What do you think is going on there? Is it the Israel issue?
Well, that's a big part of it, but I also think it's preparation for the inevitability of what comes next.
Of life after Trump.
Life after Trump. And a lot of people feel Vance is not a viable candidate and he won't win. So obviously you look at a guy like Joe Kent who resigned, he clearly has political aspirations. Maybe Tucker does, I don't know. But there's a lot of talk about that. There's the preparation for what comes next.
Polymarket has J.D. Vance at 36% now, Marco Rubio 25%, Tucker Carlson at 7%.
Yeah.
Where does the party go after Trump? Because he's not going to be there forever unless they somehow come up with some shot that can make you live forever, because it doesn't seem like Donald Trump is slowing down. He's not. And are we going to roll into a third Trump term? That's a possibility. You never know. You never know at this point what could happen. But I'm just like concerned because after Donald Trump won, it seemed like everybody on the right, we had everything. We had Joe Rogan, we had Elon Musk. Sky's the limit. And how in a year, at least just in the opinion on the internet, everything is just fallen away. Everything has just crashed and burned. Because, and I'm saying that like what they want you to believe. Because the internet sometimes speaks louder than what people, regular normies, are feeling. The regular people, which pretty much carry a lot of the more weight, or who are going to go out there and vote. It might be a couple years from now before these crazy Gen Zers who are all up in arms and just following in the footsteps of Nick Fuentes, whatever he says is pristine gold, before they come of age and they're able to think clearly. And at that point, it's like, then they'll probably shift their viewpoints. They'll be like, that was just when I was young and liberal and a crazy kid. You know, I had visions of grandeur, and I thought more than could actually be a reality. And I'm not an old guy. I'm not a guy that just like but I can just read what is happening. I don't. Do you feel like this the same way? Are you watching this stuff on because the algorithms are what puts these things in front of you? What puts these crazy like lunatics that are just promoting these ideologies? But like the only thing that is undergirding everything that they're saying is Israel is controlling it all. Israel's controlling America. This is now the United States of Israel. It's like, really? Or are you just kind of you're on the outskirts right now? You have the loudest voices maybe are not the smartest voices, maybe are not the ones that speak for the majority of the people. And I'm not saying like the majority of the people is always right. Just because it's the majority and the voice of the people spoke that they're exactly right. But it seems like they're more rational. Like, on the right, we have power now with Donald Trump and the administration, but you're seeing everything like because we're in a war with Iran. Who is for the war in Iran? Who is like actually for it? Because like it's just like it's this unnecessary thing what they're doing. They're trying to prevent people, lunatics, crazy, people that want to blow everyone up and hold everyone hostage. They want to not allow that to happen. Because it's not like allowing North Korea to have a nuke. Because North Korea isn't the ones that think if they blow themselves up, they're going to go to heaven and have virgins in heaven. And as much as they want to create chaos, like these people that are in power in Iran, they're not for like the good of Americans. They chant death to America. And the whole Israel thing, I mean, that's just like, if you just saw it as, we're not being controlled by Israel, but we're using Israel. They're helping us and being our presence over there. Donald Trump wasn't forced into this war. It was his call. He decided to move forward with that. Donald Trump's not going to be pushed into anything. You think he's going to be controlled and blackmailed by Netanyahu? You really think that? Like they're going to expose something? Like the left has tried to impeach Donald Trump like 20 million times, and he keeps going. They try to put him in jail and prison and send him to prison the rest of his life. But he keeps going. But somehow Netanyahu in Israel is twisting his arm behind his back. This is delusionment from the podcasters, these influencers that just have a big megaphone, but really do not have substance. When you actually get down to it, they do not have substance what they're saying. It's just Israel's bad, Jews are bad, so I got to oppose that. And that's all they're seeing. That's all they see. And they're just pushing everybody off a cliff. They want to destroy this, blow it up for what? What comes of it? All right, we'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with me, I don't care. Disagree with me, whatever. Let me know what you think. All right, have a good day. See y'all.